Hello everyone and welcome to the talk show with Dasha. Today we have a special guest here with us, the writer, producer and director of her own film, Dunja Veselinovic Dushanic. Hello Dunja, welcome to our podcast.
Hi, thank you so much for having me here. It's a real delight.
I'm gonna start you off on a few questions about your film. You ready?
Ask away.
How does your product use or challenge conventions and how does it represent social groups and issues?
Well, my film is a 16-plus teenage drama that represents a teenage girl's life spiraling out of control after she had gotten herself into a bad group of friends. I would say I was mainly targeting older teens and young adults since this is the sort of issue that is most common amongst these age groups. I made sure to use lower lighting and lowered saturation to portray her feeling and present to the audience how a young life can change so much due to the people surrounding them. My aim was to use as many close-ups and straight cuts to really portray that dramatic genre that I believe was going to leave an imprint on the audience. Well, to answer your question more broadly, as you saw in the film opening, her memories are in color and they keep her alive. However, later on, as her life is ruined by drugs and the colors fade away, and so does her life. As Lila, the main character, is supposed to die from drugs, and as her memories start fading away, the saturation of them lowers and the colors also fade away to complete black and white. My aim was to use colors as the main mise en scène code to represent the drama that this film really is, and to present the true weight of the real problem that drugs amongst teens is. I made sure to dramatize the editing with the addition of what I would say is the perfect background song. The film shows Lila at her best and at her worst, relating to the audience and presenting a real life issue. Lila presents her life when having to face a hard decision and what happens then. And this film really shows what happens when a single bad decision, such as trying out drugs, can be as life-changing or even deadly to a teenager.
Great, I'm sure listeners will appreciate you giving away your secrets as much as I do, but I gotta ask you another one for today.
Well, I'm here to answer all of your questions, so shoot.
How does your product engage with the audiences and how would it be distributed as a real media text?
Well, my film is something that anyone over the age of 16 can watch. They watch this to learn about what drugs and bad people will do to you. Teenagers are especially easily peer pressured and manipulated into things they either don't want to do or are afraid to do. I used my film to present the audience real-life situations and problems teens can relate to, and it allows them to really be informed about the effects drugs have on you and on your life. See, my idea was to not only make a good movie, but to also make a film that is educative and shows us the real problems which are often ignored or neglected, such as drugs, mental illnesses, eating disorders, etc. My film also encourages people who are dealing with such problems to seek for help. It allows the audience to see that it's okay to need and ask for help, especially in such situations. Sometimes we can't solve all of our problems, and it's really hard or embarrassing to ask for help or even talk about them. So my aim was to get as many people going through rough times that they can make a change for themselves and help out others.
Wow, I'm so intrigued and can't wait to rewatch the movie with the information I know now. Thank you so much for getting these questions answered, as I'm sure many have wondered. Also, thank you for being here today with me, and we will catch you tomorrow for a second part to this interview, answering a few more questions.
No, thank you for giving me the opportunity to explain the ideology behind my film. I was so glad to be here in the first place and can't wait for tomorrow's questions.
Come prepared. Well guys, this was part 1 and the second part comes out tomorrow. Stay tuned to find out more about how it went bad.